Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Sweet. Cool. So we'll just pick up where we left off. We'll wait till some people chat before I start talking about Stranger Things ideas. Also, really need to go through and organize these boxes at some point. Maybe today, maybe not. Where's the rest of the team? So I have them ready. What's up, Mills? Hey, Kevo, good to see you. Hey, Mills, so something weird. When I shared this out, for some reason I couldn't share it in the banana chat, and it wouldn't let me share it in Joe's self promote. So I don't know if that's a Discord thing or what, but that was strange. Where did I put the rest of the team? Claptrap just went home. Oh, he just went home? Oh, here they are. Hey, he was pretty funny, though. He was pretty entertaining for a while. I told him to, I warned him about saying nipples too many times, just because, we all know that Satan will crash the stream, but he didn't listen. Anyways, how you guys been? Yeah, for some reason it would just say like can't be shared with these. So I'm like, okay. I mean, I shared it on the self promote for you and on his general, I believe, but for some reason self promote on his and banana chat on yours were said I couldn't do it. Ham sandwich. Oh yeah, and Kevo, if the nipples thing confused you, Mills has been doing a thing where he has like guest streamers on his channel, and he's like voicing them, and it's a whole joke that like all Satan does is talk about his nipples. It's really funny. He's still at the hotel. He wants to come back to stream RuneScape. Yeah, Kevo, check it out. It's hilarious. Well, like I said, Mills, he can come back, but like I said, maybe sit him down and talk to him and tell him he has like a certain limit of the amount of times he can say it per stream, and if he goes over it, you kick him off. You're not voicing anyone? Anyways, so yeah, since you guys are here, I'll start just taking some days off. Fair enough. So, like you guys may have seen on the stream title, I've talked to Mills about this, but I've thought of some ideas for like a new Stranger Things show that would take place in the early 2000s. Tomorrow, Alien Dude is going to come to my channel. Hey, Mesa, good to see you. Or Mia, I'm sorry, good to see you. Glad you could stop by. No, I think the Alien will be really interesting, especially since you're going to be playing Destroy All Humans. I feel like that's going to be very entertaining. So, as I mentioned, I thought of an idea of... Oh, by the way, spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't seen Season 5 of Stranger Things, because this idea is set up with something that they talk about that you see in that. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, I would mute the stream for a little bit. But the idea I had was that, like, we know how Cowley saw all those other mothers that had... You haven't seen it? You don't care? Okay. Oh, Satan has some voicemails he wants to share? Okay. Okay, so she finds these other mothers that they were using her blood to infuse with to try to give their babies the powers. But she was saying they were dying. Well, the idea I had is that, like, while everything's going on and all the chaos is happening, one of those mothers actually escapes and is able to, like, she gets out of the Upside Down. She's able to escape the military base and just like leaves Hawkins and ends up, you know, on a farm with this couple, and like she kind of stays with them and she explains everything that happened. So she gives birth to the kid, but then she dies not long after. So the couple raises the kid. So this is a kid who grows up with these powers he has no knowledge of, no idea of what they are or like why he has them. He just knows he can do certain things. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And here's the thing, since I want it to be far enough in the future that they can't just bring the kids back, so you would have all new characters. Because I mean, if you fast forward to like 2003-ish, you know, those kids would all be in their like late 30s, early 40s. Those actors and actresses cannot play characters that old. Kind of like Superman. That was kind of the idea. Because I mean, you know. But essentially what happens is, you know, Dungeons and Dragons was kind of like the main driving force in Stranger Things for the 80s. But during the 90s and the 2000s, it kind of died off. I mean, you know, people still played it, but it wasn't like as big in culture. But you know what was rising in the West at that time period was anime. So I think that could be a cool concept, is that the kid watches, you know, a lot of anime, specifically Dragon Ball Z, and he sees that like, hey, these guys have similar abilities to me. What if I learn how to like kind of control mine, and I could maybe, you know, learn how to do stuff they do. And it would, you know, and the idea behind it is that, you know, we think with Stranger Things it was just that one group in Hawkins who's doing everything. But who's to say that the military wasn't also taking Henry's blood and like sending it all across the country? And same thing in season 5 when I forgot her name, but you know, Linda Hamilton's character was using that with collies. And the idea behind it is, if that's the case, how do we know that they weren't already doing this all over the country even back then? Because, you know, if you follow history, the whole concept of what they were doing takes place in between like the 50s through the 80s, and during that time it's the Cold War. Right? So it lines up historically. And if you go to the early 2000s, who were we at war with back then? You know, Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. Pestering the Blissies. Oh, I got to level up, my dude. You know, so it makes sense that, like, you know, in that case, the military would be, you know, trying to do it again. And the idea is that, like, if they do have others all across the country, maybe this kid is the only one they don't know about. And another cool idea I had is that, you know, what if the experiments that Brenner was doing, like, at the lab with the other kids, in a way was actually, like, hindering their abilities? Where, because, you know, he was trying to, you know, have a program in effect where about a power he really didn't understand. So what if, like, his tests, like, he was limiting them? Plus, it would make them easier to control if they weren't fully tapping into their abilities and just using them the way he wants them to. Whereas with this kid, that's not the case. He just is, like, understanding his abilities on his own, so he's able to kind of really push them as far as he can. So, you know, that's just kind of a good idea I had for it that I think could be cool. You know, and so far the idea I've had, my issue is like trying to connect the Middle East to the conflict the way the Russians were connected, because in Stranger Things, the Russians were there from the beginning because one of them was a Russian spy in the 50s. Whereas, like, it's hard for me to think of a way to connect the Middle East at the moment. You know, other than the fact they're just enemies of America. Or they were. Superhero Showdown with Mysteries. That's kind of where I'm leading to. Because I mean, the whole thing, if you're gonna continue Stranger Things, you can't just do the same thing they already did. That's gonna get boring. There has to be a new twist to it. You know, especially if you're gonna go with a different group of characters, which I think they should do. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about the past like few weeks since the show ended. You know, maybe the whole concept of the show is that like while the kid, you know, something happens where the military does find out where he is and he kind of like is on his own. Like let's say they come to storm the farm when he's not there, and then like, you know, they take out the couple that was raising him, so he's like on a mission to stop them and to find others. And like while he's there, he finds all the information that like the father character had, and realizes that there are people like him all across the country. And he realized, like, we need to do something to stop the military from what they're trying to do. I don't know. Again, it's just an idea I had. It's something that if I can get it organized enough, I might see if I can pitch it to the Duffer Brothers. You know, just to see if they can give me some extra cash. That'd be cool. I'll sell them my idea for, you know, a few $1,000 or $1 million, whatever I can get out of them. You know, similar to like Realm of Dissonance, where of course I would love to be involved with the development of the game, but I highly doubt if I actually were to be able to get Nintendo to listen and take the idea, I doubt they would let me actually make the game with them. I'm not obsessed with Stranger Things anymore. I have a new obsession, Peaky Blinders. I've heard that show. I've heard mixed things about that show. Well, see, I wouldn't say I'm so much obsessed with Stranger Things. It's more like because I just recently was listening to it a couple weeks ago at work, so it's fresh in my head. And as you guys know, I'm a pretty creative person. So when I come up with an idea for something, I want to try to see it through and finish it. You know, at the very least, if I don't keep it, I'll like use the ideas I come up with it to use for other things. It's like, hey, Lanky, hey, Spoops, good to see you. It's actually quite good. Is that on Netflix or what's it on? Glad you guys could show up. So how's everyone's weekend been? You know, I was streaming with The Shining Gamer earlier. We were playing some BDSP. It's on Netflix. Yeah, Spoops, I'm speedrunning tomorrow. I'm going to be doing Beyond Good and Evil again, but I'm going to try the new route I came up with, because my next barometer, like the next goal I want to hit, is below 2.5 hours. Since I got 250 last time, I think that's a pretty good goalpost to put in front of me. Check it out. Yeah, I will, because it's, you know, I'm kind of looking for a new show. You know, and to be honest, like, now that Stranger Things is over, it for the most part, it's kind of the only thing I was using for Netflix, because I have Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul on DVD anyways. So I may end up just canceling my membership if I can get Stranger Things. Beyond Good and Evil lies the blue color. Oh, dude, Kevo, I know all about blue. I play Magic too a little bit. I mean, I've never been super competitive with it, but I've played it on and off since about 7th grade. And I do not like blue at all. Because, you know, I'm much more of an aggressive, proactive player. You know, I'm like red and green was my favorite combo. So yeah, I hate blue. And if anyone watching hasn't played Magic and doesn't understand what we're talking about, blue is the color that basically just stops everyone else from doing things. Yeah, exactly. You either play blue or you hate blue. Yep. The only blue deck I've ever played I actually liked, I've either played and played against, is like a Merfolk deck. Because Merfolk isn't just counter every single thing you do. It's like you're actually building towards, your tribal strategy. So it's an actual strategy, and I can respect that. But everything else is just annoying. Yeah, I've always liked, green is my favorite if we're going monocolor, but red and green is my favorite combo. I like black and red. Red and white can be pretty good too. I don't know, Kevin, what do you usually play when you play Magic? They have an Avatar Last Airbender expansion. Wow, yeah, I know they were like, I've been hearing that like at this point they're just expanding into everything. Because I know they had like Marvel stuff for a while. They have all kinds of other anime things. You love black? Like mono black, or do you usually run like what is it? Because I know like each color combo has a name. Like I know that Moonblast, yes. Yeah, because I know let's see. Red and black is called Gruul, I believe. Or I'm sorry, red and green is Gruul. I know red and black is Rakdos. Red and white is Boros. I know blue and black is Dimir. Black and blue, yeah, so you run Dimir. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you run blue, ooh, a bottle cap, nice. Good boy, Grievard. So is the blue just like to help the strategy, or are you playing it just to play like counter spells and things like that? Because if blue is just part of the strategy where it's building towards something, then it doesn't really bug me too much. It's just when you're playing someone who's just unsummoning everything, canceling, counter spell, turn to frog, that kind of stuff. Ice caging everything I summon. It's 80% black. Panda the Manda, what's up? Good to see you. I know for a while, my friend had a blue-black vampire deck that I thought was really cool. I have a red and black vampire deck. But no, his worked really well. I gotta say, Vampire Nighthawk is probably one of my favorite creatures. Because that card just does everything you need it to do, and it's only 3. It costs 3 to summon. That's what blue is. I mean, yeah, that's what blue is best for. That's why you either love it or you can't stand it. I mean, let's be real. Blue is also the color. Leftovers. Well, these Grievards are coming through. I have no problem with a counter spell here or there, but I can't stand. Yeah, it's like, especially if they like playing something like Stasis. Because it's like, you're not beating me with your strategy, you're just keeping me from doing anything on my side of the field. I will say though, of the Power 9, like the only blue is the only color that's represented on its own. I mean, I will give blue credit for that. It has some of the most powerful spells. And then there's there's like Black Lotus, which is Power 9, which I don't know how they thought that card was okay to play. Even in the beginning of the game when, it was just coming out. It's a 0 drop for 3 free mana of any color. Like, come on. So if you open 3 of those, you get 9 mana on the field of any color you want for free. That's bonkers. Oh yeah, play another turn. Oh yeah, I think it's called Time Walk, where it's like, yeah, you skip your opponent's next turn. Oh yeah, take another, whatever it's called, take another turn after this. Yeah, what are the? It's the Power 9 or Black Lotus, the 5 like other artifacts that are basically just free drops of the 5 mana colors. There's Time Walk. There's one I forgot what it's called, but it's like you either draw 3 cards or make your opponent draw 3 cards. And then there's it's another blue card. I'm trying to remember what it is. Magic is the grandfather of all TCG. They had to have some blunders. Oh yeah, no, like you're right. It was the first, as far as I know, it was the first one over on this side of the globe. All right, so T-Tar needs an elixir. Like, I guess the logic behind it was, you know, you're right. We need to see how these cards work, you know, in conjunction with each other. And then they realized, oh wow, yeah, these artifacts we made are way too strong. There's Ancestors Recall. You forgot. Draw 3. Oh yeah, no, Ancestors Recall. That's the one I was thinking of, where you draw 3 or make your opponent draw 3 for 1 blue. Then there's that. There's Time Walk, and there's another blue card. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it does. I just remember it's bonkers too. Oh, yeah, it's for 1 blue mana. God, yeah, and that's... You know, and me being a Yu-Gi-Oh player, like, you know, because there's no mana system in Yu-Gi-Oh. You can just, as long as you have the cards in your hand, you can play them for the most part, unless there's things keeping you from doing it. And the idea of just drawing 3 free cards for nothing is crazy with that game. I mean, because like Pot of Greed has been banned for a long time, and it's like Time Twister. That sounds right. Yeah, it's like Pot of Greed has been banned for like the past like 20 something years. And the thing about it is, they have come up in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! They've come up with like new versions of Pot of Greed that are nerfed, that those have also seen a lot of play. Like, for example, there's one called Pot of Desires, where you banish the top 10 cards of your deck face down, and then you draw 2 cards. And that card was so good, it got limited for a long time. What does Pot of Greed even do? I don't know, man. I just know it's way too strong. So anyways, what we're doing with this game is, so the Tyranitar you guys saw me using and this Gastrodon were actually part of my sand team in BDSP that I was using for the Battle Tower. And I just wanted to get them to 100 because it was bugging me that the rest of the team was 100 and these 2 weren't. Pot of Extravagance. Oh yeah, Pot of Extravagance as well. Yeah, where it's... And you can choose whether you want to banish 3 or 6. Pot of Prosperity is also really good. Although that one's more... That one's not really Pot of Greed. But I mean, it's like a really good card for any combo deck. Well, I mean, pretty much any deck, because you can pick any of the 6 cards you want. Decks that don't care about the extra deck love. Oh yeah, no, I ran Pot of Extravagance in my Dinosaur deck for a while. You know, because with dinos, like most of the time, once you get your combo going, the rest of the extra deck's an afterthought. Although, granted, I haven't played modern Yu-Gi-Oh in a long time because I got so sick of how quick, like how fast things come out that like or make everything obsolete, and it's just too expensive, and I just don't care. Because it's not like if you win world championship, you don't win anything that great. It's not like you win a bunch of money like Pokemon or something like that. You win a mat and some sleeves and some random card you can't use. So like, man, if I'm gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just gonna play like GOAT format and older stuff, because that's when the game was fun. And actually, that's one thing for my channel I've been lagging on is I have about 5 or 6 decks I've built that I just keep forgetting to make deck profiles for. You know, I have some GOAT format decks. I've got a couple of like Android format made. I have a Chaos format. I got another Critter format deck. I think I made a Yugi Kaiba format deck. I got to check in my boxes, but yeah, I've just been lagging on that. Yeah, Mario Yu-Gi-Oh! Wait till you see Snake Eyes. Oh, I was still playing a little bit during that time. Like, I know that strategy was everywhere, and now it's like the, what's it called? Not Invoked. I like Invoked. It was like the Engraver. I don't remember what the engine's called, but it's like, oh, Fiendsmith. Yeah, the Fiendsmith engine is like the new splashable in every deck that's, the engine costs $1,000. There are 14 cards in that deck that alone was full combo. Yeah, I know, because it's like the spells search the witch searches the spells, and then like they each build off each other. Actually, I have one deck I built that I might make a profile for that I really like because I came up with it on my own. Is an Invoked Dragoon Turbo deck. However, there's a caveat to it, and it's that it's technically illegal because one of the cards in the extra deck is banned, and that's the card that really made the engine work. It's a Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Oh, Panda, yeah, I'm going to speedrun tomorrow. I'm going to do Beyond Good and Evil again. Yep, every Sunday. With the exception of Super Bowl Sunday, I probably won't speedrun that day. Or if I do, it's going to be way early in the morning. You know, because I can't do it late at night because I have to wake up early for work on Monday. It's so cold out. My brakes are acting. Oh, geez, dude. Oh, hopefully they don't stop. You know, like freeze up entirely. That would be bad. Hey, you know what? I like the Invoked engine. Normal summon Alistair, but that's all you really need because the thing with the Invoked engine that I like so much is that the engine itself is I mean, it's good enough to function, but it's that it works so well with other things that it makes something that's greater than the sum of its parts. You know, like Invoked, like it's the Invoked Dragoon engine. The Invoked engine and the Dragoon engine worked. The Invoked Mech Knight engine worked. Invoked Shadal's worked because it doesn't do anything that usually conflicts with other engines. Unless it's another engine that requires normal summoning. I love some decks that you can have go around opponent strategies. Well, what do you usually play if you play Modern? Because I actually came up with another deck like beginning of last year when the Blue Eyes structure deck came out, where it was Blue Eyes Dragoon Turbo. Because, you know, the Blue Eyes engine's actually pretty flexible too. You know, and Magician Souls is a level 4 lower spellcaster, so it can go into the Link. And what's cool about the way I built the deck is that in order to summon Dragoon, you use Polymerization. So Dark Magician is never a brick in your hand because you either want him on the field or in your hand. Hey, Mills, just take it slow and easy, man. Like, you know, especially because it's that cold. I imagine the street is not probably not the easiest to drive on either. Instantly fell in love with that deck. You play Sky Striker. Oh, Sky Striker. I'm not the biggest fan of Sky Striker. I mean, they do what they do very well. I respect the deck. I don't like playing against it. Well, it's better than Mystic Mind Burn. I'll give you that. Also better than Dragon Link. Like, even though I liked this way the deck worked as Dragon Link, I just got sick of it like never dying. So, Kevo, it seems like, you know, you like playing Dimir, you like Sky Striker, so you're more of a reactive type of player versus I'm more of a proactive type of player. You have to work around your opponent all the time and adapt to it. I like that you have no instant win play. Well, and that's the thing with Sky Striker. And the thing is, what's cool about that strategy is as you play, it searches all the things you have to stun your opponent so that you can work around what they're doing. Man, this male Grievard is just giving me the best items. Although, is Sky Strikers, are they still viable now? Or because I feel like they may have been power crept by other stuff. Because I know they were really good in TOS format and then like a little bit afterwards. Like a little post-pandemic. But then after that, I think other stuff came out that just pushed them down to like Rogue. I know they worked really well with True Draco. I know True Draco, I think, got a boost. Like, I think Masterpiece got unbanned. They're not that good nowadays. I think things that have a high ceiling with a skill cap. Yeah, because again, like, they're just... Like, there's too much stuff that comes out that can play around them. Like, when I was playing recently, it was the... Malice was big, and then the it was like the Xyz deck. It was like something Resonator. I think it was called Resonator, like something like that. Like Ryziel. It was called Ryziel. And those decks were just too annoying to deal with. Plus, maybe it's not the way you are, but out here where I was playing, a lot of the player base is just really toxic and just like, I don't, like, no respect for their opponent. They just want to play the game, and then, like, they don't care about trying to get to know you or, like, chatting after them around. They just want to move on to the next round or whatever. Which I'm like, dude, we're playing at locals. Okay, the winner's going to get, like, 3 tournament packs. Like, chill out. To be number one. Like, well, see, and again, like, my whole goal with Yu-Gi-Oh! I was never trying to be the king of games. I was just trying to have fun playing it. And it got to a point where I just wasn't having fun playing it. So I figured, why keep doing it? You know, I have fun playing GOAT format with my friend because we just joke around and we have fun with it. And sometimes he wins, sometimes I win. People nowadays don't know how to... They really don't. You know, and there's always like, because the shop I was playing at is kind of a bigger shop. It's you know, they actually host like regionals and stuff like that. So sometimes there would be people who were like doing deck profile, like you were like recording deck profiles for their channels, and they're not even, those dudes weren't even playing. They were just there like watching people play and deciding who I want to talk to so I can put a video on my channel. And it's like, oh, you're just making a video of the same deck that everyone else is making a video of this month, because we all know there's going to be a new deck a month later, or a new variant of the deck because the ban list is going to come out or new cards are going to come out. You know, I don't know if maybe it's a post-pandemic thing, but when I played before the pandemic, like people, well, there were some people like that. The majority of people were just normal. We would just chat with each other, and you know, maybe it's because I was playing with I was chilling with the other guys who weren't winning the tournament, so we were all more like, yeah, we're just here to chill until we get done playing. Pokemon picking is epic. That's some kid's whole life. Yo, I respect it to a degree. Oh, their whole life playing Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, yeah, if that's what makes them happy, that's fine, but I'm just talking more about human decency. Like, you don't have to be rude and disrespectful to your opponent just because they lost to you. You know, this isn't the anime where, like, you know, you beat Merrick and then you save the world. Which Pokemon provided the meat for your sandwich? Let's see, it's ham, so it has to be some form of a pig. So let's see. The Tepig line, let's see, Grumpig, work. Oh, you know what? Since we're in Paldea, it's Oinkologne. This is brutality in its purest form. Well, you know what? They put it in the game to level up quickly. Because I'm one of those people, it's hard for me to want to use rare candies when I have something like this that's easily available. Plus, this is a really good way to grind resources, because, you know, each one of these gives you like between 2 and 4 Happiny dust, which you can then turn in for a lot of money. Oh, Lechonk. Oh, Lechonk, Oinkologne is Lechonk's evolved form. So, do you think Sharpedo fin soup still exists in this world? You know, someone brought up a point one time that you very rarely see normal animals in Pokemon, yet they still eat meat. So where does the meat come from? I mean, it's possible they eat it. Although I feel like Sharpedo looks like it would taste terrible. Although I think it's unanimously agreed that like Miltank is probably the tastiest Pokemon because it's literally just a cow. You know, I argue Alcremie would probably be good too because it's just a walking dessert. It's just a giant pile of cream and sugar. Ditto. What would Ditto taste like? Jello. I feel like Ditto would taste like not so much Jello, but like just gelatin. You know, like the stuff you put in to make stuff gelatinous, but I don't think that stuff has any actual flavor. Can you actually eat parts of your Darkspun? Maybe. I know you could probably eat the ears because they're basically just croissants. Well, I mean, I guess technically you could eat any Pokemon if you're that crazy about it. It probably wouldn't be a good idea. Like, I imagine Muck would be a bad thing to eat. You know, or that Pink urchin, I think it's called, the like electric sea urchin thing. That would probably be really bad to eat. Because I know Alchemy provides her cream for bakery and it doesn't bother it. Oh, that's true. I guess like you could. I guess if it doesn't hurt it, why not? Although there's a difference between Alchemy just like squirting parts of its cream paws onto stuff, and then versus you taking your dock spun and like chopping its ear off. I think that would probably hurt it. Oh crap! My bad, guys. My foot hit my phone. Okay, we're good. Nice floettes. Maybe the buns of Fido can grow back. Maybe. Eating your Pokemon's buns. We'll see. Chansey and Blissey probably just taste like eggs. I remember in the show they tried eating Magikarp, but it's just like a bunch of bones. It's a symbiotic relationship. Well, I think it's said in like the Pokédex that Chansey's egg is actually used, like it has like a lot of nutrients in it. So, I got a question for you guys. What's your favorite Pokemon type? Because to me, my favorite type is probably Steel. I've just always liked Steel types. Ground is probably up there too. I've always liked Psychic type. Yours is Poison. Ooh, that's an interesting pick. That's not a lot of people. I don't say not that they don't like Poison, they just don't see it as like the best type. The Psychic Pokemon. But weirdly enough, Poison is actually the most represented type in Gen 1. It takes up, I think, like 25% of the dex or something because of all the like bug poison and grass poison types. Personally, this is a change I would make. I think poison should be super effective against water. Because if you pollute water, the water becomes like, you know, it's polluted, so you can't use it. I love that we haven't had... You like dragon? Hey, that's a cool type, man. Dragon types are cool. It's also really good, like... I mean, super effective-wise, it's not good offensively, but it's neutral to a lot of things. Like... I love that we haven't had representation since Gen 8 for a poison type. Yeah, you're right. Eternatus is only... Well, I don't know. If you count the Ultra Beasts... Oh, no, you said since Gen 8. I got you. Well, I'm thinking, like... I think with poison type, it's one of those types where it has to, the Pokemon design has to like incorporate it, and just none of the legendaries in this game really fit it much. Some mythics like Petra. Oh, you're right. They did add, yeah, because it's Ghost and Poison, and the trio. Yeah, Petra actually was, like, when I first saw its stats, I thought, like, this thing is weird. Like, it's 160 base defense, and then everything else is 88. I'm like, that's kind of not really good. But then I saw how it gets used, and I'm like, oh, never mind, I was wrong. This thing is like because of its ability, like, and its signature move, it's like really strong, especially because it's like the perfect way to. It's perfect for setting up a nasty plot. You know what? I was just thinking. I don't think they've had. I think the only normal legendaries they've made were Gen 4. Because what you had, Arceus and Regigigas, but I can't. Let's see, Gen 5. Oh wait, no, Meloetta was normal. Petra and Fezandipity are good in the TCG. Oh, I'd hope so. I know legendaries in the TCG tend to translate strong. They're also probably like way expensive. You know, getting those full arts. Which that's one thing that like I think Yu-Gi-Oh! I think they're starting to do, but they've wanted them to do for a long time is full art cards. I think they're starting to try them out in Japan. But of course, you know, Konami's going to make them way too expensive. It depends. If you want the normal card for play, it's really cheap. Yeah, and I mean that's cool to give you the option. Because at the end of the day, rarity is just to flex. Like a ultra rare card does the same thing as a secret rare card. It's just whether you spent that much money or got lucky with your pulls. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I want rarity for my decks, but also if it's worth the price. Like, for example, we'll take like, with legacy decks, like GOAT format and before, I'll spend money on some ultra rare Witch of the Black Forest because they're only about $1 a piece. But I will not spend $350 on super rare Metamorphosis when it does the same thing as the $5 common Metamorphosis does. Yeah, but if you want the full art secret rares, then it's money we were talking. Yeah, and from what I've heard, I think those like trainer boxes, those are bought out so quick because from what I've heard, those you're guaranteed to get one of those in one of the packs. So scalpers will go in there and they'll buy like every single one of them so they can, hog them and then sell them back online, or they'll just, it's like, what cards are really wanted and pricey? Full art female supporters. What is, like trainer cards? Okay. I mean, I get that, but it's also, it's a drawing on a piece of paper, guys. Actually, I don't know if like this is a rule all across the world, but over here in America, they actually made a rule for like sanctioned events that you cannot use like, play mats or deck boxes or card sleeves that have like, female characters and like bikinis and stuff. Like you'll get kicked out of the tournament for those. Which I'm like, man, it got to that bad because like I saw a couple of the guys who had some like, play mats like that, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm rocking my Link riding the Master Cycle playmat because it looks cool. I know that. I saw shorts about it. No sus mats. Oh, so okay, so that's a thing in where you're at too. They're also talking about like some people will like only play like the Art of Ash Blossom with her feet. And it's like, what they say about people who play feet Ash Blossom? I'm like, okay, I guess so. I mean, I look at it like it's probably just a copy of the card they have. Which, I mean, I don't know. Hand traps, they're a necessary evil to the game, but it's just the fact that you have to play so many of them in your deck that's another thing that made me start getting annoyed with Modern. Because like I shouldn't have to play like between 12 and 18 hand traps, but I have to. You know, I got to have the 3 Ash, the 3 Veiler, the 3 Imperm. You know, depending on the meta, make sometimes 3 Ogre, 3 Nibiru. And then they limit the cards to block though. So like Call by the Graves at 1, Talents is at 1, Cross Out Designators at 1. You know, I mean, I guess you could play 3 Thrust, but like your opponent already has to use one for you to even use Thrust. Having interactions against your opponent's plays is important, but I think they should be trap cards. But we'll see, and that's the thing is like at this point, like regular traps are too slow. Because if you can't stop your opponent during their turn, they're going to set up a board where you can't play on your turn. So like I said, a necessary evil, but it's just the game's gotten to the point where just stop printing such. It's like they have to keep printing stuff that's stronger and stronger, or you're not going to buy the new product. You know, maybe if they did what Magic does and Pokemon does, where it's like a set rotation, where you're only allowed to use cards from, you know, any given year. You know, like maybe like the last like 2 years worth of cards, and then like they're cycled out, and like they reprint stuff that you can use again that are staples. Getting from some hand is what triggers most people. Yeah. We'll see. And the thing too with hand traps that like I've never heard anyone talk about, but I hate is when like I open and I go second and I have all my hand traps, which cool, I have them, but then I have none of my actual engine. So when I go to my turn, like I can't play anyways because I don't have my engine. Like it's like, why did no one see this as a thing? Oh wait, I needed to make a new Dragonite because this one doesn't have the ability. So we'll do that after these Chanseys run out. It's like, yeah, the game needs. Otherwise, first player will always. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's super important. You can power down the game with it. Yeah, you can. You know, see, what I liked about Toss format was that it wasn't a tier 0 format. Like there were 4. Yes, you had these 4 decks. You know, Thunder Dragon, Sky Striker, Orcust, and Salamangreat. Right? They were all the 4 decks you needed to play, but each one of them could interact with the others, and they all countered each other. So it's like it was really like you had options of 4 decks that could all hold their own against each other, not one deck that's objectively the best and another 1 or 2 that might be able to hold their own. They all interacted well. Pokemon, we had a recent example called VIP Pass. It lets you search your deck for 2 basics and place on bench. You can only use on your first turn. So it's a +2 in card economy. Well, +1 because you have to use the card. But you get 2 basics automatically on your bench. You don't have to play. Because I know a little bit of how the card game works. I never played it like that, but instead of having to have it from your hand and play it on like your 1 turn for your 1 summon, right? Because I know like then it got rotated and they created Buddy, Poffin, no first turn restriction, but you can only search basics with 70 HP or less. See, and that's the thing they could do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, you know, take a card like what's a good example? Well, here's the thing. If the card works that way, from what I remember, most basic Pokemon, You're going to, especially if you have like a strategy where you want to, evolve them on the bench, then throw them in the battle. Most of them are going to have less than 70 HP anyways. It didn't affect like this, but VIP pass was too much. We'll see. And the thing too is, the way I'm looking at that card is, you could just run things that are like really powerful one-stage forms, like Hawlucha. Hawlucha doesn't have any evolution, so you could just, if you were running Hawlucha, you could just put 2 Hawluchas that probably have good moves and HP. Especially if it's something like an EX or something like that, where if they're considered a basic Pokemon, you could drop them on the board. So, oh yeah, so exactly. Like I was thinking along the lines of what you just said. Oh, deck's really fast, and the first turn restriction wasn't so bad. Well, yeah, because it's kind of like before they banned Max C, which honestly I think Max C is a card that either needs to be at 1 or at 0, or either be at 3 or 0, because playing it at 1 is just way too sacky. But with Max C, it's like you either open it and it does its thing, or you just don't see it. And at that point, you just don't care that you don't have it. Personally, I don't like Max C. I'm glad it's banned. But I think, again, that card either needs to be banned or a full play set. So this way, it's fair for everybody to have it. I had matchup opponent play 2 VPs in 1 turn. Made a lot of decks. Wait, I thought you could only play 1 trainer card per turn, though. I remember way back in the day, like when the card game first came out, I know Blastoise, like the Blastoise deck was really strong because he breaks the main mechanic with the energies, where with Rain Dance, it's not like you can only attach 1 energy per turn. It's like you can attach all energy in your hand to any Pokemon, including ones on the bench, however you want, every turn. Items can be played as many as you want. Oh, okay. So I guess they changed that rule. So yeah, that's way too strong. So you open up 3 of those, you can just load. Oh, they have to go on your bench. You can't put it on the field. So yeah, you could just load your bench with 2 of those with 4 EXs right away. Oh. When did they change that rule? Because I know for a while, because I know a lot of the old items back in the day were actually really strong. Supporters are the ones you can play on. Okay. So, and I'm guessing supporters work similar to like enchantments or artifacts, where they just stay on the field. Or like, like continuous spells or traps. Or do they work just like it's one and done? No, supporters are really strong spells. Okay. Items are spells too, but they're not as impactful. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess there's not really an equivalent to that with like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like a spell is just, it is what it is. So some, you got spells like Raigeki and Pot of Greed and Monster Reborn. Then you have spells like, what's it called? I'm trying to remember the one where like you show your hand to your opponent and then like you take 1 card and shuffle it into your deck. Where it's like, why would you ever play that card? All the Chanseys and Blissies getting killed. Don't worry, they like it. Well, you know what? They are dying for a good cause, aka making my Pokemon strong. Actually, Spoops, the guys I'm leveling up right now were the team I was gonna use against you. I just got to get an ability patch, and I also have to fix the Dragonite because I forgot it doesn't have the hidden ability. So what I might do is just because I have a Ditto, I have Dittos in the boxes somewhere, so I can just breed one of my Dragonites with it to just make a bunch of eggs and then wait till one has multi-scale and then I can just level it up and stuff. Yeah, imagine cards like Raigeki, Windstorms, Harpy's Feather Dusters were a different type of card that you could only be played once per turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I feel like some cards like that are like that now because a lot of cards have a hard once per turn. But I get what you're saying. Not box, I need a bag. Like no cost, really powerful effects. Sounds good. Appreciate that, Spoops. Yeah, I mean this wasn't really so much a gimmick strategy. It was more just I've got a bunch of Pokemon that all work well together. Because for example, the team I was using in Brilliant Diamond is a sand team. And dude, oh my god, I got so mad today when I found out that Assault Vest is not in that game. Because that was the item I was going to give Tyranitar. Because I made it bulky, so it's max HP, max attack, adamant. And I was going to give it Assault Vest in the sand. It would take nothing from special attacks, but of course we can't do that. It's like Hunter Bachman, hi. How you doing, man? Thank you for checking out the stream. Can I do you a favor? We can also maybe. What's the favor? So the supporter for the turn needs to be really thought through. Oh yeah. Yeah, if it's like you can only play one. Well, see, and that's the thing that's cool about Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! And other games. Is they have their own identity. English failed me there. That's all right. I was on Smash's stream earlier, and I've been trying to learn some Spanish. And I was trying to say things in Spanish. I was just saying them completely wrong. Like, I said them well enough where he knew what I was trying to say. My sentences were all jacked up. Because I started using Duolingo a few days ago, so I haven't quite learned how to say anything that, in depth. I'd teach you Spanish. Well, he said he'd help me too. My main issue is, one, I just need to learn what words are, and two, how to actually say them in a sentence. I'll do you a favor if you do me a favor. Well, it depends on what you want. Essentially I would say this, the words in the sentence that I'm trying to convey, but I would be saying them in the wrong order, or I would be adding things to it that don't need to be there. And my main thing is, it's hearing Spanish is hard for me to learn. Reading it is a lot easier. But in the pronunciation, not so much pronunciation, more I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay. I was saying like, por mí, leer español es más fácil para hablar. Where I'm trying to say like, it's easier for me to read Spanish than it is to speak it. But I guess I was like not saying the words in the like 100% correctly, or I was adding stuff in. So Smash was telling me like the correct way to say it. See, and I'll sub to you. I mean, okay, that was good though. Well, I guess, and the thing too with Spanish that makes it kind of difficult is there's so many different dialects that like he may be teaching me like the dialect he knows, but it's not like universal. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like what I know how to say, I'm pretty confident saying. It's just whether I'm really saying it all correctly. You know, which that's something. It's just going to take me time. You know, necesito practicar y ahora. You can say, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca, Pedro? See if he catches a reference. ¿Dónde estás la biblioteca, Pedro? Let's see, where is... Like, people fluent in Spanish might have a hard time understanding what another dialect is saying. But see, and that's what he was saying, because... And this is another thing, too, is like I started using Google Translator about a year ago to try to learn it. And it's teaching me the wrong Spanish. Like, it's teaching me Spain Spanish, not like Mexico Spanish or like a lot of Latin Spanish. Like, por ejemplo, ligas, it was saying was bandas de goma, which would translate to bands of rubber, which is like, I mean, technically that's right, but that's not what you call them. Yeah, Spain Spanish is very different. So that's why I decided, you know, I'm just going to like try to learn as much as I can, you know, that I understand is like the same from it. And then I'm going to use Duolingo because there's a woman at work, one of our janitors, she's, you know, very fluent in Spanish and she knows enough English to communicate. But she told me, you know, she learned English from Duolingo, so I should try it for Spanish. So I've been doing that this week. You know, I'm only like 3 days in, so it's going to take me more than 3 days to learn how to be fluent. You know, I just need to, you know, stay on it. There are some common words in PT from Portugal that are curse words here in Brazil. Like, well, you were telling me that like Pikachu is a problem with Portuguese because of how it translates, or like how Pika translated. Where like you were saying that you can only say Pikachu to your parents if you're talking about the actual Pokemon itself, which I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, the word Pika. Okay. Ooh, Titan. I do kind of like. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I need these guys for well, I don't need them, but I like having a lot of their their Citadel grease, because they're good for ice spinner TMs, which that's a TM I tend to like using on a lot of physical attackers. Granted, it won't, since I want grassy terrain on this team, it's going to be bad for me. Scarlet or Violet? This is Violet. This is the one I played. I have both of them, but this is the one I played first, so this has just always been my master file. Let's see. That's right. What I wanted to do. Let's try to go to Picnic. So I need to find the Dragonite I had. So this one that had multi-scale. Wasn't this one? I also got to organize these boxes. Probably won't do that tonight, but... Okay. So I'll add you. And the reason I'm not going to use this one on the team is because I wanted. So this one I built to be a physical sweeper. The one I want to be a little bit more tanky. So I'd rather just make a new one. I just got to find my Ditto. So this is the easy way. Where is the Ditto? There we go. Well, there's one of them. And we'll put King Gambit in there for now. Oh, actually, to make sure I breed the one I want to have, I gotta take the rest of these guys out. Because I don't know about you guys, but I tend to have a lot of bad luck if I have more than what I wanted in there. Like, Ditto will just start trying to breed with everybody. Cool. Also, one thing I never told you, the common way for Brazilians to laugh on the internet is using a bunch of Ks, like 3 Ks together. But we don't do it for obvious reasons where there are Americans. Oh man, that would go over very bad. Oh wait, actually, let me put these guys away. So remember, this guy actually has some IVs on him. Wow, that I could totally see that going the wrong way, Kevo. So I'm gonna give you the Destiny Knot. Just save myself some bottle caps. Where is my Destiny Knot? There were times I was about to use it, but deleted it when it went for the ha-ha-ha's. Wow, that's... Where is my Destiny Knot? I mean, that would have been funny in the sense of, like, explaining, like, the difference. Like, it's funny to us, but, like, I can totally see that going so bad. Okay, it means it's probably on something in my boxes, so. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so items. I'm at Focus Sash. Why do you have the Destiny Knot? Oh, I think I was trying to breed one of those. That's why. Is this Scarlet? Said hi, or is he? Oh, this is Violet. Can't go wrong with ha ha ha. Mexican laugh is ja ja ja. Well, because I think in Spanish, like, the J is an H sound. Because in the Spanish alphabet, you know, it's I want to make an egg sandwich, so I would make, I think it's just jam. Yeah, egg power one. So let's make this correct one. Yeah, because like H in the Spanish alphabet is pronounced like jota, which, from what I know, like joto is a bad word in Spanish. So like, you got to make sure you say jota. Because I do know the Spanish alphabet. And I do remember, Kevo, you did tell me that, like, saying to a Brazilian person that they speak Spanish is insulting because it's you guys speak Portuguese, which is a completely different language. You can type Brazilians laugh with K and learn the reasoning behind it on Google. Brazilians laugh with K. God, that is so funny. Well, and because that's the thing is in Brazil, that's, that organization doesn't exist. So you wouldn't think it would be anything. The world is a funny place sometimes. Hi, Ditto. Well, Ditto likes me. Yeah, but we are aware. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it's not like a thing where everyone's like, "Oh, you guys are just being insensitive." It's like, no, you understand that that organization that started over here is really bad, and the majority of us do not like them. You guys are the masters of the world. We have to adapt. I mean, I don't like to look at it that way. I look at it like we're a planet. We're all human beings. Let's just like coexist the best we can. That's how it should be. Just kidding. I mean, I think if any country at this point is the master of the world, is probably Japan. They have so much influence all over the world. Like they make all the video games everyone plays. And their culture is really especially the past 30 years or so, has really kind of branched out to everywhere. Dragonite snoozing. Oh, let's see if they made some eggs. Not yet? Okay. Everybody's sleeping. Problem is the population demographic. Oh yeah, I know, because I know in Japan, I think maybe it's all in Asia, they're very overpopulated. From what I understand, they have actual laws over there, you can only have so many children. Legally you can only have maybe I think it's 3 or 4 or something like that, and other than that you can't not have more until they leave the house or something. All right, any eggs? There's one. May want to get a few of them just so that I make sure I get one that has multi-scale. Because unfortunately, males have to breed with a Ditto because only females can pass it on naturally. No, Japan is the opposite. The population there is getting near some really bad marks. Oh, it's going down? Society is risking collapse if they don't have more children. Oh, maybe it was China I'm thinking of then. I think we'll go for maybe about 6 Pokemon. That should be fine. What I said is true for China. Okay, so I was confusing Japan with China. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab a soda. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Okay, I may have exaggerated with the 2 minutes. But let's see if they made any more eggs. Yeah. I think we should be okay with 4. This is... Oh, yeah, this is the shiny Bagon I found. Salamence, I wish you hadn't been crept into irrelevance. I like Salamence, but it's just not really good anymore. Let's see, where's my... I have a Magmortar I usually use. Or, not a Magmortar, a Magcargo. Should be here somewhere. Wait, do you have Flame Body? Oh, you'll work. Two minutes, like 10 seconds. Really poor Salamence. Yo, it's good. Hey, Jameson Summers, how you doing? Yeah, I definitely exaggerated. I forgot that. Yeah, I was like, why did I say 2 minutes? It's on the back porch. I'm 50 feet away from it. Trying to remember where it is. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I always like to hatch my eggs over here because you just go in the circle infinitely. It just makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I know. Poor Salamence. Ever since it lost its mega, it can't compete with like Dragonite and Garchomp and Baxcalibur. Although, is Salamence in ZA? Favorite Dragon's Hydreigon. I like Hydreigon too. I like that he's a special attacker, whereas most of the pseudo dragons are physical. Plus, I think, let's be real, he's probably one of the main reasons fairy types were introduced. It's on Z. Okay, so he's got his Mega back. Although they don't have abilities, so Aerialate's not going to be in the game. Hey, at least it's cool he's back. A little Dratini. See, do you have it? Marvel scale, so that should translate. We'll see what the other ones have. I mean, we bred for, we might as well hatch them. Oh, hey, so since you guys are in chat, I'm going to ask you, Kevo Spoops, do you guys usually do things on Saturday, like afternoons? Because DSG and I, he wants to do some, he wants to take a break from BDSP because we basically did everything we want to do in that game. And he was thinking to do some like Union Circle stuff with Violet next week, but he was trying to see if we can get 4 people. So we were thinking, obviously the 2 of us, we were trying to see if Smash could do it. Mills said he wanted to, but we don't know if he has the DLC. And then like Kaywood's an option, but we don't know if he's going to be available for it. So let's see. Okay, so we have two with Marvel Scale. So the other 2 we don't care about, but let's check their IVs. Okay, so we don't care about you. You can just go anywhere. All right, put you in here just to get you out of the party. And of course, one of the ones with the bad ability has 4 IVs. So speed, special defense, same. So I guess it doesn't really matter. You don't have the console? Oh, okay. Hydreigons, in my opinion, should only be found in some really hard to access areas. Almost 0 other Pokemon around. Oh, like static encounters? May I have mod? LFJ6. Well, these guys are mods because I've known them for a while. So, I mean, if you stick around for a while and you're check out the streams, I could definitely make you one day. But right now, I think I have about like 10 mods. I think that's enough for my channel right now, just based on the size of it. Okay, so let's see. What is your nature? Okay, timid. We need to fix that. Dex entries, Hydreigon are really violent to everything that moves. Well, that could make sense. Honestly, I haven't really paid attention to Dex entries in a while. Okay, so bag. Let's see, what do I have? An adamant mint? So do I want this adamant or jolly? See, it's going to be Dragon Dance for sure. They have say entire ecosystems. Dude, some of the Dex entries are crazy though. Like, yeah, you're saying Hydreigon will attack anything around it. So like, yeah, you can't have anything around it, and like it'll devastate the whole ecosystem because it'll just like kill everything, so nothing can eat. I don't have any mints, so we got to go buy one of those. Let's see. So, weird as it sounds, we're not going to want to run Earthquake on this Dragonite, since this is going to be a grassy terrain team mostly. Yeah, and so the reason I thought of it is because I'll show you the boxes, the team. My main attacking force is going to be... Oh God, where did I put them? Oh yeah, so it's going to be King Gambit and Skeledirge. Because those two, like, really... Oh, dang it, I forgot to give you your ability. Well, actually, Blaze can work too. So these guys are the 2 main attacking force, but they're both going to be weak to Earthquake. Which is why I want a Grassy Surge, so it can weaken Earthquake. And I have Hawlucha and Dragonite who can come in and just like be immune to fighting. And then as my backup special attacker, I've got Flutter Mane who just you know, offensively just synergizes well with the rest of the team. So my cargo having a temperature of the surface of the sun. Oh yeah. Yet you can stand right next to it and it's just fine. So I think Jolly would probably be better. Because even though I like having adamant on my Dragonites, I really want this one to be fast. Yeah, you see, and the problem was that the other one I had. Oh no, I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking the opposite. Wait. Was I gonna give this guy a salt vest? No, I wasn't. I was gonna give him. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna give him Dragon Dance instead of Assault Vest. Yeah, because the other one was built to be Assault Vest. So obviously, you know, I don't want to have to unset the IVs and the EVs and everything, and the moveset. Where's the minutes? If you think about it, the professors let the duty of completing the decks for children. Of course, they are still going to write some silly stuff, right? I never thought of that. That the reason the dex entries are what they are is because kids write them. That's actually a really cool theory. And like the kid who wrote the thing about Mag Cargo, it's just because like one day he accidentally touches Mag Cargo, like, and it's like, oh, this thing is hot. It's hotter than the surface of the sun. You know, it's like, or the Hydreigon. It's like the reason he thought that about Hydreigon is because like he just met one that was just angry one day. It's like this thing will destroy everything around it. I mean, I doubt that's true, but that's funny to think about. I can see this being the reason. Yeah, what is it like? It says Gardevoir can open black holes. It was like, if it could do that, like, then we're screwed. If Gardevoir decides to open black holes one day, like, then the whole planet's gone. You just need one to do it. You were thinking that too? Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, because if in my opinion, I think black holes are probably like the most dangerous thing because there's like nothing you can do about it. I mean, because like what, like you can think about it, like what is more dangerous? Like what's a worse situation than a black hole? Like they also say Gothitels can predict their owner's death day. How can you scientifically verify this allegation? That's true. Like, how can you? Also, like, and even if they could, like, Gothitelle just is a Pokemon, so it just says its name. It doesn't speak English or whatever language you speak. Remember what they tell you telepathically? I'm more dangerous than a black hole. Okay, Spoof. So if that's the case, we'll send you into space if one shows up. Oh my god, the tail is really sad lately. I'm probably going to die soon. Well, and Gothitelle always looks sad anyways. Like, how can you tell? Like, it's Goth is literally in its name. Like, that's just kind of its vibe. Oh crap, I totally lost count. Okay, we'll say that's 5. That looks like it's about 5. When your Pokemon trains you instead. There was that one dude in the anime where, like, he had, like, an actual gym for his Pokemon, and, like, he was, like hitting him with a whip and stuff, and he had, like, the Sandshrew with the brace thing on. She barely eats her Poffins, dude. Dude, are Poffins even still in the game? Because I haven't seen those since, like, what, Gen 5, I think was the last time? Maybe Gen 6? Oh, no, Gen 6 didn't have Poffins. They had the cupcakes from Pokemon and Me. Although, granted, Poffins were really just... I know they increased happiness, but they were really just for contests, which I never did. You know, I feel like if there was, like, some kind of reward tied to them, I might have tried, but it was really just you get a badge on the Pokemon. I just didn't care about that. They were the ones I wanted to eat the most. Well, because they're the ones that look the most like actual food. Like Pokeblocks. Yeah, those look just like vitamins, like chewable vitamins. And, like, the only reason you even want the Pokeblock case, other than to do contests, is so you can enter the Safari Zone in Ruby and Sapphire. I mean, it was a cool concept, I guess, but it for me, it wasn't fun. You know, because to me, like, this, like, I like battling. I like catching Pokemon, making them strong, and battling. But, you know, I'm sure there's people who like the contests. I mean, granted, I didn't watch the anime after, like, the Orange Islands, but I know that, like, one of the, like, Ash's companion characters, like, one of the other girls, not Misty, like, she wanted to be, like, the best contest person, because my sister watched it, because she's 7 years younger than me, so yeah, she watched it like around the like Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl era. I never met someone who thought they was fun besides May and Dawn. Oh, was that their name? Oh yeah, duh, because that's the name of the characters in the game. Dawn, yeah, that was the girl for Gen 4, the one with the blue hair and the hat. Spoops. No, Houndour. I don't care about you. Go kick it with your homies or your family or whatever. I'm not trying to knock you out. I'm here to beat up the Donald Trump weasels. And that had nothing to do with politics. I just think it's funny they look like Donald Trump. Kryptonite Cave. Yo, what's up, Ozzy? How you doing? Good to see you. Yo, I checked out your shorts earlier, man. Like you were recording the machines and stuff. That was pretty cool. They totally look like they do. I mean, you can't tell me, especially the Evolve Form gumshoes. Like you can't tell me they didn't design him, at least his hairstyle, after Trump, because it's the exact same hairstyle. You did 2 polls today. Oh, you did? Nice. The packs came in. Trump shoes. Trump shoes. Like. I wonder if Donald Trump is aware that these guys look like him. Now I found 2 old trick-or-treat packs on my... Ooh, nice. Oh, dude, so like you give out like packs for trick-or-treaters, not like candy? That's badass. Caps come in Wednesday. Nice, man. I'm going to keep a lookout. I don't think he's aware of much these days. Look at the video. Debuted in Alola. They are not originally from Alola. Oh, really? They're an invasive species? I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I'll check that out after the stream. Because that's the thing. I don't collect Pokemon cards anymore, but I always liked watching pack openings. Those are always fun. There was a guy I watched for a while. I'm trying to remember the channel's name, but he was like Australian, and he always had like such like fun energy when he was opening them. People from Alola brought them to control the Rattata population. I give out 3D printed toys for... Oh, that's sick. You like just toys of anything, or they'll be like Halloween themed, like little like jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. That's sick. They control the Rattata. That's funny. They keep running to control the Rattata population. Although they're mongooses or mongoose, whatever the plural is for that. It would have made more sense if they came in to control the Ekans population. Oh, that's me probably overthinking it. You know, that could be another slogan I could put on a t-shirt once I build up some capital and I can talk to my friend I have a friend who has like a screen printer shop. Like he owns a screen printer in the shop. So he told me if I ever want to make t-shirts, hit him up. I have a lot of things I would like want to make like little slogans to sell. Maybe that could be one. It's like, I'm like, you know, time to overthink it or something. That probably exists, but you know, it's worth a shot. Mills, what's up? So my Discord manager is looking into the glitch on Banana Chat. Oh, okay, for sure. Yeah, I'll hit up Joe. Well, he's gonna be busy tomorrow. Little dudes are fierce. We'll see. And the thing with like Alolan Rattata and Raticate is like, dude, it's cool they gave him a variant, but they made it so much worse because Dark Normal is a terrible typing. Actually, let me. Is that enough? Where am I at? Okay, I've knocked out enough for attack. Yeah, in real life, that's the case. Graphic prints. Yeah, so I have a couple of like one of my main ones is do what the speedrunners do. Because I'll be like watching a stream and someone's like struggling. I'll be like, just do what the speedrunners do. The joke being that like normal people can't usually do that stuff. Another one is like a lot of times I'll be playing a game and like an enemy will just like not leave me alone. And I'll be like, you know what? I was gonna let you live, but forget it. The whole family is here. Sleep time for me. Good night, everyone. I'll be on tomorrow for Speedrun Sunday. For sure, Spoops. Have a good night, man. Always good seeing you. And also, W on getting the job, man. Yeah, guys, Spoopy just got a job as a CO. So props to him. No problem, man. Okay, I was at 15 to start, so I just got to count down from that. Four. Hey, so Mills, what time were you gonna do your stream? Because I'm doing the speed run tomorrow. I want to see if I can at least stop in a little bit to to see what's going on. Because I'll probably do mine, early afternoon, like 1 o'clock ish. Or that Claptrap bot took over your stream. Oh, he did. He was a pretty good host too. So 15 would be 135, I believe. Yeah, 135. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll max Elixir. Use it on Brick Break because it'll give us 15 more power points. So, or max Ether, not max Elixir. Yeah, because we need 28 to max out speed, and then one more to do the last bit, which I'll probably just put at HP. And then we're gonna use some EXP candies just to get it up to, fully evolved. And then we'll throw it back into battle. Although, actually, I'll probably pick that up some other time because it's 8:30 over here. I wasn't trying to go super long because this is just an extra bonus stream. What am I playing on? I'm playing on my original Switch. Or just a Switch 1 because I don't have a Switch 2 yet. And this is Pokemon Violet. Oh, Ozzy, did you stream today? Because you know, I was playing Brilliant Diamond earlier with Just Shining Gamer. So if you did, I probably missed it. So I'll go back and watch it if you did. I'm going to, dude. Have a nice stream. I'm getting late here. Oh, for sure, Kevo. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. It's 10:30 for you. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm in a different time zone than most of the community. And most of them are like I think Mountain Time Zone or East Coast Time Zone, which are 3 hours ahead. What is Spoopy CEO of? Need for Speed and Fort. It's 11:35. Yeah, like it's Panda. You're you're at least on East Coast time, so yeah, you're 3 hours ahead of me. Oh no, Spoops isn't a CEO. He's a CO, a correctional officer. Meaning he's like the guy who like watches over like prisons and jails. Which, you know, he has a similar job to me. I do security at a hospital. You know, but CO is like the next level up. It's like the next level up to between like regular security and then like being a police officer. Yeah, you know, yeah, he just started. He said he's going through his training, but no, he should do a good job because like yeah, he's been doing security about as long as I have, so he understands, you know, how to negotiate, like how to navigate dealing with problematic people. Oh, I can understand. I probably did say it where it sounded like CEO. Yeah, I think what I'll do tomorrow, because like I said, the speed run, I'm aiming for 2:30, like, you know, like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So if I finish up around that time, I might play a little bit more of this just to fill it out. Just and then I'm also thinking, because Wind Waker, I'll probably finish either by next week or halfway into the following week, because at this point it's getting the rest of the like collectibles and then just doing the dungeons, which I can do both the dungeons easily in one stream. So it's probably about maybe 3, maybe 4 streams left. So I'm just thinking what I want to do after that. What's up, Smash? How you doing? Good to see you. Although I'm going to be signing off soon. Once I finish EV training this Dratini. Well, actually, I'm going to EV train it. I'm going to level it up to Dragonite, and then I'm going to give it bottle caps. Because I had a Dragonite for the team, but I realized it didn't have multi-scale. And I don't have another ability patch, so I just bred the one I had. So I got a baby that had a multi-scale, well, Marvel scale that turns into multi-scale. Oh yes, and smash that like button. Sounds good. I just had a long day. Oh yeah, no, I know, because you stream DK64. Which, guys, if you're watching and you haven't checked it out, check out Smash Hero 75, sub to his channel. He just got into streaming a few weeks ago. He's been he totally destroyed the Metroid Prime series, and now he's doing Donkey Kong 64. Yeah, he did his first stream for that on earlier today. I think you got through Frantic Factory, right? And then you called it. Yeah, check him out. Oh, I should go watch it later. Oh yeah, for sure, Lanky. You definitely should, because you're in the game. All right, Dratini is done. So So now it's time to give our boy some candy. Let's see. Exo. That might get him pretty close. Okay. I don't care about Dragon Tail. No. No. I'll get you to 30. Got through Frantic Factory. Next stream is going to be Aztec Cleanup and then Galleon and Beyond. Well, yeah, and like, because you said you had stuff to do earlier, so you had to cut it short. But see, finishing up Aztec, Galleon, I mean, as long as you know what to do in Galleon, it shouldn't take that long. It's not that long of a level. And we'll give it Aqua Tail for now, just to have it. Not going to keep it, but it might be nice for leveling up. Dragon Rush. Wrap, because Wrap is not good anymore. Here's some of these larges. Safeguard, no. I think 5, 52, 57, okay. Over leveled, but it's alright. We can just tutor the moves back on. Metroid is a bang. Yeah, dude, I think Metroid might be on the list soon. Because the only one I've ever played was Super Metroid a long time ago, but I never beat it because I didn't own the game. So, oh no, I played Metroid Prime. That's right, I forgot. I beat Metroid Prime. I never beat Echoes. But I have those on GameCube. Remember moves. Wait, where's Dragon Dance? Oh wait, does that learn that through level up? Starting with Zero Mission? Yeah, and I think that's on NSO. When does Dragonite learn? If it's an egg move, I'm going to be so pissed. Oh wait, never mind. Egg moves are easy to get in this game. I'm pretty sure it learns it through level up though. Yeah, I've heard Zero Mission. It's that game is essentially Metroid 1, just more streamlined and more user friendly. Because it has the map and it just like better graphics and stuff like that. I think we've had this conversation. Every 2D Metroid is available on Switch. Okay, so the only ones I'd be missing out on are Prime 3 and Other M. I also have Metroid Dread on Switch. I just haven't played it yet. Yeah, Dread is good, right? Because I got it a couple years ago from GameStop because it was on sale for I think like $20. And I'm like, hey, it's a Metroid game. It's probably going to be good. Let's see. The only one that's not available is Samus Returns, but that's the remake of 2. Well, I think I think that one's on Game Boy, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I saw that one on Game Boy. Like when I checked the NSO. Although you're probably, I don't know why I'm arguing with you. You would know this. Dude, are you kidding? It doesn't learn Dragon Dance? Wait a minute. I know it learns Dragon Dance. Where are the egg moves? Oh, it's because it's doing the ZA thing. Hang on. Okay, I learned it at 62, so we're fine. But this is ridiculous. I know it's like I know Dragon Knight learns Dragon Dance game. Why are you trying to gaslight me? Okay, so we have. See, if I remember, this guy already got speed and special defense from the dad. Pretty sure it did. We can check. You know what? I think my next big purchase is going to be a Switch 2 because the glitches in this game are really starting to get bad, like the lag and stuff. Dragon Dance TM, I could definitely get it, but it learns it at 62. Although if we're going to be leveling it up, we're going to want attacking moves against the Chansey, so we'll hold off and just learn it later. Next, we go to boxes. See, it has speed and special defense, so I want 3 more. I think I have 2 bottle caps, so I just need to buy 1 more. Get the Switch 2. Oh, yeah, well, see, the thing with me is, like, you know, until I got this new job and I, you know, started building my savings back up, you know, like, buying stuff like that was kind of, you know, not an option. But now that, you know, I've done that, you know, I can start planning on stuff I want to get. You know, originally the first thing I wanted to get was a PC so I could, you know, make better looking like content. But it's going to take me some time to really get down what I want for a PC. So, in the meantime, I can definitely get a Switch 2. You might go to sleep. See you guys. Oh, for sure, Lanky. Thanks for stopping by. Only if you can, more priorities and all. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be immediately. It would probably be still, you know, save up a couple of checks so I have a little bit more of a cushion. But I think they're going for like 300 right now, so that's not going to be that big of a dent. Because one thing I've been doing, one thing that weirdly enough that helps me save money is when I get paid, I buy myself one little splurge thing just so I got money, I want to spend money out of my system. So it's like I'll buy like a DVD, or I'll Postmate a meal, or I'll go buy myself a t-shirt. Just so I spent my money I just got out of the way, so I'm not thinking about it the whole time. It's like, I'll recommend you Luminescent Platinum. Oh, dude, there are so many like Gen 4 ROM hacks I want to play. I can't play them on my phone because the DS emulator on the phone is not good. It doesn't, like, the touchscreen doesn't recognize for the bottom screen. And it's wonky. It's hard to use. I've never been able to play DS games on a phone. I was going to get a bottle cap. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be talking about getting a Switch 2 if it was like I'd be putting myself in trouble because, you know, I'm like, because for a while the only game on it I really wanted to play, oh, not Battle Items, was Bonanza, which, yeah, Bonanza looks great, but that game alone wasn't enough. But now they got the new Hyrule Warriors, which looks good. I know a lot of games are going to get re-released that I never bought on Switch. You know, and then the upres in games like this, you know, and like ZA, I heard, are way better. So now I have like more of a reason to want it. Yeah, another Platinum hack I want to play is Renegade Platinum. You know, not just because of the name, but I know that one's also really good. You know, it's kind of like if you took what made Crystal Legacy good and put it to Platinum. You know, where it's like, although it's more of a little bit more of a challenge, like from a battle standpoint, because you know, they just have better teams. No, I don't need a Harper Train anymore. Okay, so let's get the team. ready to go. Just so they're ready to go for next stream. So you. Oh, Smash, since you're here, DSG probably already talked to you about this, or maybe not yet. But, you know, he was saying, you know, next Saturday he kind of wants to do like a Union Circle with this game instead of, you know, us playing BDSP, because we're both kind of like, we've done pretty much everything we want to do in that game for now. So he was thinking about Union Circle, trying to see if we can get more people. You were saying you would probably be a good option if you wanted to do it. See, do I have any more lucky? I thought I had like 6 of them. Maybe something's holding them. Oh, maybe I was tripping. Could have sworn I had all 6. Oh, you know what? I think I know where they are. They are on Pokemon having another game. That's right, because I was doing another playthrough on my own of Violet on... I have a Switch Lite because I had no one to trade with before I started making friends. So I bought one of those at Target for about $100. So I'll get those some other time. I'm not going to do all that right now. So what we'll do now is we'll just get over to the area. So next time, maybe tomorrow, depending on how long the speed run takes, we'll just continue with this like as a little bonus for the stream on Saturday, right? Yeah, that's what we were planning. Yeah, because we were trying to think of who we could get to join, you know, with us, because, you know, Mills has said he wanted to do some Violet stuff, which we'd totally be down to do with him too. Although we would probably be doing stuff in like, we were both talking about doing like Blueberry quests so we can get some more of those points. So I don't know if he doesn't have the DLC, I don't think he can do those. You know, Kaywood was an option, but Kaywood's kind of been like doing his own thing right now, so I don't know if he'd be available. You have the DLC? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, again, you're definitely more than welcome. I sent an invite out to Spoops if he'd be down. He said he might be. I don't know. You know, I'll have to check with GSG on that because he doesn't really know him. But alrighty, so we're set, and I think we're gonna call it here tonight, boys. Thank you all so much for showing up. I'll send out a post tomorrow morning about the speed run. But other than that, thank you for joining. We're going to be also keep a lookout. We're going to be doing more Wind Waker. I also got to remember to start releasing more of the Kalos Crystal playthrough because I have it all recorded. I just haven't uploaded it all yet. And also got some more deck profiles that I'm going to make myself start putting out. And let's see what else. Also going to be with the next actual playthrough I'm going to do, not streaming. I'm going to try out a new format instead of just recording it off the emulator. I actually did download a recording app that'll make it look a little better than my camera. So we'll be doing Super Mario RPG. So we'll give that a try. And other than that, y'all have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out.